jumped on the bus. No, really. One fan in Georgia was so hyped to see Merab Dvalishvili after his crushing victory over Sean O'Malley that he literally tried to leap onto Merab's bus as it rolled through town. It wasn't a protest, it wasn't a riot, it was love. Merab was met like a national hero, mobbed by supporters who saw him dismantle one of the UFC's biggest stars. But that wild moment wasn't the only drama this week. Inside the cage, outside the cage, and even in the commentary booth, it's been pure chaos. From Joe Pyfer publicly calling out Joe Rogan, to Cody Garbrandt fighting to reclaim his name, to Bisping ripping into Patchy mix, the MMA world is loud, tense, and emotional. Let's break it down. After steamrolling Sean O'Malley in what some are calling the most dominant performance of his career, Merab returned to Georgia and was met like a warrior king. Fans swarmed his vehicle, waving flags, shouting his name. One crazed supporter climbed onto the damn bus, caught on video like a scene out of a rock tour gone rogue. This wasn't just hometown pride. It was proof that Merab's rise is no fluke. He's got global momentum now. And according to his coach John Wood, it wasn't just physical. Wood believes he saw the exact moment Sean O'Malley started to break. Not during the guillotine, not during the ground and pound, but when Merab lifted Sean like a child, walked him across the octagon, and slammed him into the mat. That moment, Wood said, was the start of it. O'Malley realized, this isn't just like last time, it's worse. What's crazy is how honest Sean has been about the loss. Most fighters disappear after a beating like that. Sean, he posted an emotional reflection, admitting he was more nervous than ever going into the fight. He knew Merab's cardio was absurd. He knew if he got taken down, the nightmare might repeat, and it did. But O'Malley didn't spiral. Instead, he spoke openly about how he felt peace, not sadness, after the fight, holding his newborn daughter, lying next to his partner, replaying what he could have done differently, but not letting it consume him. Happiness is a skill, he said. And in that moment, it showed. This wasn't just a fight recap. It was a mental masterclass in how a fighter processes failure without letting it define them. But not everyone's buying the grace and humility narrative. Aljamain Sterling and Iaquinta took aim at one particular excuse floating around online and absolutely torched it. The theory? That the lights in the UFC sphere somehow threw off O'Malley's performance. Tim Welch apparently floated the idea, and Aljo and Al were not having it. The lights, they laughed. Everyone fought under the same lights. They joked about absurd excuses, from not eating to no sleep to not abstaining from certain activities before the fight. But blaming the lights? That was a new low. If that's the excuse, then yeah, you're in trouble, Iaquinta smirked. Over at UFC 316, Joe Pyfer walked away with a clean win over Kelvin Gastelum. But instead of celebrating, he found himself irritated. Why? Because of Joe Rogan's commentary. According to Pyfer, Rogan's tone during the broadcast made the fight sound closer than it really was. He didn't say Rogan was flat out wrong, but he felt the expectations around him were sky high, and unless he delivers a walk-off KO, people act like he underperformed. Abus Magomedov is ranked Navri 11 after going 2-2, Pyfer pointed out. Relax, and he's not wrong. When expectations are unrealistic, even a dominant win starts looking average in the eyes of fans and commentators. And then, there's Patchy Mix. After talking big before his UFC debut, Mix got soundly beaten by Mario Bautista. The numbers didn't look terrible on paper, but as Bisping put it, he wasn't in the fight. According to Bisping, every time Bautista landed a clean shot, Patchy visibly reacted, flinching, pulling back, showing discomfort. Judges notice that. Fans notice that. It's not about the stats. It's about who looks like they're in control. Mix, Bisping said, looked like he wasn't ready. Period. In a more hopeful turn, Cody Garbrandt is gearing up to prove he's still got it. He's healthy, he's locked in, and he's ready to face Raoni Barcelos at UFC Atlanta. Cody admitted that just over a year ago, He didn't know if he'd ever fight again. After his loss to Figueiredo, he was struggling with vertigo. It returned again in his next fight camp. He questioned everything, his future, his health, his legacy. But now, he's focused, balanced, not too high from the wins, not too low from the losses. He's not just trying to win, he's trying to remind the world who Cody Garbrandt really is. Also fighting in Atlanta is Joaquin Buckley. And he's not just looking to win, he's looking to send a message. A win over Kamaru Usman, he says, will prove what he's been saying all along, that nobody wants to say his name because they know what happens next. After moving down from middleweight to welterweight, Buckley says he's found his discipline. He can't cheat the diet, he can't slack on cardio, and that focus, he says, has made him dangerous. Very dangerous. They're going to have to fight me, Buckley said, because soon I'm going to be wearing that belt. Meanwhile, Ilia Topuria is getting ready for his showdown with Charles Oliveira at UFC 317. The belt is vacant, the stakes are enormous, and the training footage he dropped online looks like a man on a mission, 17-0, going to Vegas, and ready to claim gold. Then there's the light heavyweight trash talk we didn't know we needed. Yuri posted a cryptic message. Something coming, step by step. Ankalaev fired back, mocking Yuri for turning down a title fight to focus on university exams. Yes, your homework, Ankalaev joked. You are a nerd, Yuri responded coolly. Next homework is you. Not the most vicious, back and forth, but weirdly effective. Passive-aggressive posturing with an academic twist. Finally, Kamaru Usman weighed in on the John Jones drama and dropped a bombshell of his own. Forget Tom Aspinall. The real fight, he says, is John Jones versus Francis Ngannou, and honestly, he might be right. Usman says the heavyweight division is in chaos. 2 champs, 2 belts, no clarity. But one fight could change that forever. Jones versus Ngannou, for legacy, dominance, and the undisputed crown. So this week gave us a fan launching onto a moving bus, a humbled champion sharing raw emotions, one fighter calling out Joe Rogan by name, and another catching heat for blaming the lights for a loss. This is the fight game, wild, unpredictable, and brutally honest. And if you thought that was crazy, just wait until you see what happened backstage.